If you're in the market for a 2008 to 2015 generation Audi R8, well, this is the video for you. I wish I had this series when I was shopping for an Audi R8 2 years ago, deciding what type of transmission I should get when buying a Generation 1 Audi R8. Well, I'm going to evaluate all 3 transmission types in this 3-part video to help you, the buyer, figure out what transmission is the best for you. In each video, I will drive a different Audi R8 with 3 different transmissions and highlight the defining characteristics each transmission has, the challenges and any shortcomings for the specific transmission type, and hear what the owners think about operating each specific transmission. Now, I want to remain as objective as possible. I will steer away from saying which transmission is the best or the worst of the 3 because it is so subjective. The goal of the video series is to merely educate you, the buyer, on which transmission is the best for you. I do want to mention that the gated manual car, my car, will be featured last in the series because, well, as you can see, I am in the middle of repairing a rear main seal leak and am waiting for new parts to come in. So let's work backwards and look at the most modern transmission first, the S-Tronic, the dual clutch. Now, I want to apologize in advance because the camera was a little bit off-center inside the car while I was driving the car with Johnny. So I apologize. I'm going to do my best editing the video to minimize that distraction. And I want to say thank you, Johnny, again for
sure, bro. Thanks for inviting me.
No problem. Letting me drive your 2014? 2015 Audi R8 V8 S-Tronic, which is the dual clutch. And we're going to really talk about the characteristics of the dual clutch on the drive. And this is going to be my first time driving a dual clutch S-Tronic for an Audi R8. I've always driven an R-Tronic and a manual recently. So this is going to be great. I'm going to be talking about what I feel, and also we're going to talk with Johnny about, like, you know, what are the things that he likes about the dual clutch, as well as challenges that may incur with this dual clutch, because I know this dual clutch is a later technology. There may be like probably higher costs in maintenance and things of that nature. So we're gonna go talk about that on our drive. So I think the first thing is I just need the key, Johnny.
Absolutely.
I
thought I gave it to you.
No worries.
My bad. There you go.
Thank you, thank you. All right, let's go. And let's hear this engine roar. Woo!
Sounds clean.
Sounds clean. That is clean. No. So I'm already feeling that it's so smooth. I did not feel the shifts at all. Right?
The switching gears.
The switching gears here.
Yeah, you don't feel it.
I'm not feeling it at all. So
it's a lot quicker than the previous generation.
Yeah, the R-Tronic one, right? Which was single clutch. Mm-hmm. And geez, it just feels like an automatic. It's very smooth. So very smooth. You can daily this car, right, with this transmission.
Absolutely, yes.
Oh wow, yeah. So yeah, so smooth. Did not feel a single shift at all. And there you go, and I'm in 6th gear right now. This has 7 gears actually. So,
7 gears.
Oh my god, I'm cruising at 6th gear around 2,000 RPM, and at 6th gear in the R-Tronic, you cruise around around 50 to 65 miles per hour. You're cruising around 3,000 RPM. Mm-hmm. So that's really cool, and I do want to talk about the gear ratios because this transmission has 7 speeds, right?
Yes.
And the gear ratios are taller, meaning that you can spend more time in the gear versus the R-Tronic. It's shorter gears, so it revs up really quick, and then you have to like shift so much more often. Right. Now I read this that the gear ratios at the final gear ratio is around 2.8 for this car in 7th gear, and around 3.1 in the R-Tronic car, in the previous 2012 car, at 6th gear, meaning that, yeah, like you're saving a lot more fuel because you're cruising and you're not cruising at 3,000, 4,000 RPM.
Mm-hmm.
That's really cool. So one thing to also want to mention is that with this car, this S-Tronic was only offered in 2014 and 15, right?
And 15, yes.
Wow, okay.
So that's the reason I bought this kind of generation, I should say.
Yeah.
Because I drove the 2012 before.
Yes.
And you can feel the gears like very slow, like
Yes.
the jerk, you know, when it switches.
Yeah, when you're jerking.
You feel it, yeah.
Yeah.
And I didn't like that.
Okay.
I wanted something more modern, but I like this kind of style, the first gen R8.
Yes.
I do like the second gen R8, but not as much as this one.
Why? Why is that? I'm very curious.
You know what? There's a history in it.
Yes.
When I came here to this country,
Yeah.
back in 2007, I saw it coming from the airport to my mom's house. I saw this car, so I was like, one day I'm gonna have this car.
Dude.
But I didn't know how much it cost,
Yeah.
and how much it would cost you to keep it, you know, the maintenance and all that. So when I saw the real numbers, I was like, oh, there's no way I can afford that. So I needed to learn a way to how can I afford this, you know,
Yes,
and be
yes.
able to drive it and without worrying about anything expensive. And then what? 10 years later, boom,
Oh my
I did
god.
it. So the first day I saw this car, I fell in love with it.
Oh my
But
god.
I wanted something more modern, but with this style. So this is the perfect year that I could get it all
Nice.
combined, you know.
Nice. Good for you. Oh my god, 10 years, and you stayed.
I stayed.
You stayed on to that goal, this one goal.
It's funny because this is my first Audi.
This is his first Audi, ladies and gentlemen.
I
This
know.
is awesome. Like, I want to say, Johnny, you are like the ideal poster child for like coming to this country in America and making it.
Yes.
I think this is awesome.
I think everything is possible.
Yeah, it is. Like, especially in this country. So there's still a lot of opportunity for a lot of people.
For everyone,
By the
yes.
way, I do want to give a plug to your Instagram channel because you're on Instagram. If people want to reach out to you,
Of course.
I will edit and add your Instagram account right here. Reach out to Johnny. He's a really nice guy.
Thank you
Cool
guys.
dude.
Appreciate it.
Yeah. So awesome. Like, this feels like a normal car. I'm just driving in normal mode right
Yeah.
now. I'm not.
You can daily drive this thing
Yeah.
and you'll be fine.
Oh my god, it's very smooth, and it's very, yeah, it's, I just don't feel anything versus like the R-Tronic, which is, at normal mode, it kind of bucks, like,
Yeah,
you feel that
you feel
jerkiness,
that
you're like, you're doing like this a little bit,
This car is just very smooth.
and so if you want that smoothness in this dual clutch, this is the way to go, really, this is the
Absolutely.
defining characteristic, and
Yes.
now I know that, like, once you step on it, it shifts lightning fast, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so like I think like this is a really nice thing. What you need to do is put in sport mode right now.
Yeah. If you want, go for it.
Oh, now
Now you can feel
I can feel it.
the difference.
Wow. I'm gonna shoot manually now. I'm gonna try a little more spiritually, and let's see. Yeah. Really nice.
You feel right away.
I feel it right away.
It's like waking up the car.
It wakes up the car and let's see here. Oh, I just shifted it. I felt nothing. I'm gonna downshift again. Oh my god, 4th gear, 3rd gear, shit. This is my genuine reaction, everyone. I haven't driven a dual clutch R8, and it's fun. It's fun. So
You have a lot of fun with
you
it.
have a lot of fun with this car, and a lot of people will say, well, like, manual is more engaging. Well, like, it depends on the type of person. Like, if you really
It depends
want,
what you like. I mean, I like manuals,
Yeah.
to be honest. But after driving this car like that, I mean, not being manual, I kind of love this one.
shifting. All right, we're getting a little bit too fast on our head. All right. Woo. And I love the bite when you shift down. You have a lot of fun in the canyons, man.
You do.
Oh my God. Okay, this is so nice. It's so cool. All right, let's talk about. We talked about the characteristics of this car. Let's talk about the things that I remember we talked before. There were some things that worries you when you're like maintaining this car. Can you tell me more about that?
Yes. There's one thing that it really worries me about is the clutch.
Yes.
Because I heard it's very expensive.
Yeah, and
So most of the things on this car, like maintenance, I do it myself just because I can do it. I know how to do it, and I know I can save a lot of money by doing that.
yes, very smart.
And the clutch is something that I wouldn't be able to do it because I don't know how to. And I don't want to miss something on this car that is going to cost me an arm and a leg. You know?
Yeah, because a new transmission is around $30,000.
Around there.
$40,000. Yeah, I think
around there.
It's the cost of a car, like that transmission. This transmission.
So I don't want to go through that problem. So, but still, you know, even when if I ever have to switch the clutch, which I know I'm going to at some point, but it's gonna cost me.
Yeah.
So that kind of worries me a little.
Yeah.
Because right now we have 45,000 miles. I'm not sure how long does it last. But
I know that if you don't launch it, if you don't abuse it, it should be okay. Like for a good chunk of the life of this car.
I abuse this thing every day.
Oh, all right.
All
right. But do you do hard launches like at a stop?
Sometimes.
Okay.
There's when you're driving it, there's always people trying to race you.
Especially in this car,
you get it all the time, and it's like I have to do it. It's like I have to race you.
Oh, Johnny. Oh boy.
You get a lot of fun with this thing.
It's a lot of fun. It's so much fun.
That's the reason I got it, you know.
It's so fun and here's the thing, I'm still in sport mode, manual. I'm shifting the car manual, but I could still just cruise in 7th gear at around 1,500, 2,000 RPM, and it's really cool. All right, we are approaching. Turn around here. We're gonna swing back. Oh my God, the bite even on the upshift. That's why you got the exhaust. So nice. It's so smooth. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the type of car you will want to get if you're looking for what Johnny's looking for. More modern technology, smoothness, and just quick lightning shifts that you could just go on the back roads, the canyons, and if you want, you can even track this car if you want to. So.
Oh yes, absolutely.
Yeah, let's go here. That's it. So that's so nice. It's a great car. Awesome. So really, what this car is, it's all about like a refinedness, because it's refined if you think about it, right? Versus the other. The previous cars. That's the refinement that you're looking for. It's great because this car has a Jekyll and Hyde personality, all the generations and across the different transmissions. So it could be very pedestrian, very daily, and if you just downshift, and just smash it, you're like, wow, you can have a lot of fun. I can imagine with you could get into a lot of trouble if you have a V10.
You know what? It's funny because the other day I was recording a video. I was at the shopping center.
Yeah.
And I just went there, parked there, and then a cop went there.
Okay.
And he's like, "Oh, I just came by because I wanted to see your car and see what you were doing."
Oh, was he like a mall cop?
No,
an actual.
He was just there. I don't know if he's a mall cop or not, but he was just there. I didn't see it until he went up to me. He's like, "Oh," and it's funny because back then, I should say, probably 8 years ago, back when I was in high school.
Yeah.
I wasn't a really good kid, so I used to hang out with other friends that were doing not so good.
Okay.
And we went to that shopping mall and we got arrested.
That same mall?
Yeah, at the same mall. It's, I mean, I was young, teenager, you know, doing dumb stuff. It's funny though, because the same cop that arrested me is the same cop that went there that time that I was recording that video. And he recognized me. I didn't recognize him. I know, it's so funny.
Dude.
It's crazy, because he recognized me.
What?
He's like, when he saw me, he was like, were you the kid that got arrested here, like,
oh my God,
years ago? And I was like, yeah, like, how do you know that? And he's like, I was that cop. I was like, no way. I was like, shut up. I was like, it can't be real.
It cannot be real.
It was him. It was the same guy.
Dude.
So 10 years later, 8 years later, boom, it was the same cop that arrested me. And he was like, I was surprised, to be honest. Like, that's like one in a million things that could happen. Yeah. But it was the same guy.
Amazing.
Yeah. It's funny and crazy.
So came full circle. You got arrested, and now he's just looking at you with an R8. He's like,
what happened to you?
What happened?
Yeah.
How did you get this R8? But I said he was cool afterwards.
He was really nice. He was really cool, and he just stopped by to see the car.
Okay. Yeah, and this car grabs a lot of attention.
It grabs a lot of attention.
It does. Like this.
But it does get you in a lot of trouble as well.
Oh yeah.
Because I got pulled over a couple of times for the exhaust.
Okay. Got it. Yep.
Somehow I got away with it. Haven't got a ticket so far.
You got lucky.
I've been lucky.
Turn this off. Well, Johnny, thank you so much for letting me drive your car. This is amazing. This is such an awesome.
Thank you for considering me, in my car.
Yeah, this is an awesome car. But yeah, again, ladies and gentlemen, S-Tronic 2015 Audi R8. It's very smooth, and it wakes up if you wanted to. And it's like the best of both worlds. If you want something that is more smoother and more daily drivable, but at the same time, if you just want to rip it in the canyons with just a flick of a switch, this is the transmission to go, and it's the fastest transmission. It shifts so fast, insanely fast versus the R-Tronic. So again, these are the things that you should consider for an R8 S-Tronic if you're looking for that. Johnny, thanks so much.
Thank you, appreciate it.
I had an absolute blast in Johnny's car. The dual clutch transmission shifted so smoothly and so fast that I did not feel any shift at all. It's currently the top transmission right now for the smoothest operation and lightning fast shifts with a 7th gear and tall gearing ratios. That's going to help a lot with fuel economy. However, a more modern transmission leads to higher maintenance costs because the technology is newer. There's less people with the know-how to work on these transmissions. Most of the time, dealers will just simply replace the transmission if the transmission were to break somehow, if there's happened to be a broken part inside the transmission. There's not a lot of experts out there right now. So yes, it's going to be more costly if the transmission breaks. The clutch baskets are more expensive as well versus the single clutch units that you replace in the R-Tronic and the manual version. Just keep that in mind, and I recommend you get an aftermarket warranty to cover you. So next up, let's move back in time and cover the R-Tronic transmission, highlighting the specific characteristics of this transmission. And yes, the R-Tronic transmission has a few quirks you need to figure out in order to drive that transmission smoothly. And if you enjoyed this content, well, I'll appreciate the support with a like and subscribe. See you in the next video.